Welcome back to Hannity. So Donald Trump Jr. last night on this program spoke about how the biased mainstream media will stop at nothing to take down the president and his family. Now, here are some of the vicious attacks aimed at Don Jr. just in the last couple of days.
He was admitting that he had met with this Russian lawyer for the purpose of receiving information against Hillary Clinton. I thought, my God, this kid was dropped on his head as a child. Could he possibly be admitting this?
How stupid of Don Jr. I mean, I guess it runs in the family to go on Twitter when he is clearly in legal jeopardy.
This can't be dismissed as people out to get Donald J. Trump Jr. or fake news. This is evidence of willingness to commit collusion.
As we continue with former Speaker of the House, author of the #1 New York Times bestseller, Understanding Trump. By the way, 6 weeks now on the New York Times list. Congratulations. Again, willingness to commit collusion when real collusion occurred. I go to the Russian dossier issue because a lot of the information came from Russia, and Christopher Steele, the former intelligence agent in Great Britain, he actually paid for this information that turned out to be so erroneous and so false. And some Republicans apparently were involved in the beginning, but the Democrats' Fusion GPS got involved in this. So when you have those real examples and they make these real criticisms, politicians and the media, how do they not see, or do they, their utter hypocrisy, see a case with real evidence, real collusion, real meetings that really occurred, disseminated to the DNC and Hillary, and not do anything or say anything or not a word about it? That's breathtaking to me.
Well,
I know I'm foolish.
I know.
I
reached.
Why do I?
No. Look,
Go ahead,
Sean. I think this is such an extraordinary moment in American history. It's why I reached back to Arthur Miller's *The Crucible*, which is a play about the Salem witchcraft trials. I mean, the level of mass behavior that is psychological that we're seeing both with the Democrats and with the news media is astonishing. And let me say up front, by the way, I think a serious, in-depth congressional investigation of all foreign efforts to influence the U.S. would be good. I'm absolutely mystified why the Republicans are so timid, so lacking in just, frankly, common sense.
Courage?
I mean, I can't explain either the House or Senate committees. No, I don't think it's courage. I think that's sleepwalking. I think they have allowed the media to define for them what they are supposed to be doing, as opposed to what you've just pointed out, which is, let's talk about foreign collusion. How about the fact you have this article that says very clearly, and I think this is a test every American could give their congressman and their senator. If you have an article that says very clearly that the Democratic National Committee had a paid operative in Ukraine trying to dig up dirt with the help of the Ukrainian government, shouldn't that be investigated? And again, I would say about Bob Mueller's operation, somebody ought to ask him, if you think a one-time 20-minute meeting that was mostly about adoption is worth investigating, are you going to investigate somebody who travels all the way to Kiev to dig up dirt with the help of a foreign government?
Well, maybe the Clinton and Obama donors he hired, or maybe Hillary Clinton's attorney that he hired to work in his special counsel office, maybe they'll do it. So I don't have that much confidence in Mueller. You know, but it's even worse than that when we come to real issues.
But let's be wait a second. Hold on. Let's be optimists, Sean. Let's see if Mueller could hire one Republican.
Oh.
I mean, this would be a great test. Can he hire one Republican who is for Trump? That would be an exciting moment of moving towards bipartisanship. It would be about 15-1, but still, one would be a start.
All right. Newt Gingrich, Understanding Trump, 6 weeks in a row. New York Times, #1 at one point. Good to see you, Mr. Speaker. Congratulations on that success. That's awesome.